Hello YouTube, this is Apple iOSGenius. I'm going to go ahead and go through an overview of another profile configurator that I've gone ahead and created for my laptop. This is also can be processed as well on other MacBooks as well. Anything that's on 10.7.1 and newer, this is going through a configurator that I've configured on in regards of doing Wi-Fi. So right now I'm actually currently connected to my Wi-Fi with this Chopwood Ghost. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead and turn this off. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to go through the network preferences. Well, actually, before I go there, I'm going to go to Keychain, uh, Keychain Access. And currently right in here on my Keychain Access, you're going to see my Chopwood because I manually entered in the password in the SSID. What I want to do now is basically I want to remove this option. I can leave it enabled so that it can synchronize through all my mobile devices in my home or any other mobile devices that we have with Apple, and it can go ahead and work. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to install a mobile config file onto your MacBook. I've already shown videos on my YouTube page for how to do it on an iPhone and as well as an iPad. So now I'm going to do it on a MacBook, and it's going to be a different installation, a different process, but pretty much the same way how it goes. So we're going to go ahead and like right now you see this here, the SSIDs here. I put in my master password or admin password, and then of course it shows me my password. Okay, so I've already created the profile. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here to advanced network. We're going to see it here. We're going to go ahead and delete it and hit OK. And you should see it's been gone here. It was just recently highlighted to another one. So what we're going to do here, so since I currently do not have Wi-Fi, our Wi-Fi is off. I can turn it back on, but it's not going to really find it. So the best way I'm going to go ahead and do is right here. I've already created the profile earlier. This is I created like last week or so. So as you can see, it says Chopwood and then Wi-Fi, and it's a mobile config. So this is actually created for Macs, and basically I'm going to go through this process. So let me close this, hit apply on that, close this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open this up. It's going to say that I do not have Wi-Fi currently, and which I don't because it's currently off. Just to re-verify, I can go ahead and open network preferences. As you can see, I don't have Ethernet connected, so I don't have FireWire, or basically I don't even have my iPhone connected to it. So I have no internet access at all, and I am gonna go ahead and run and install this profile. There's my Facebook page. So we're just gonna go to Google, and as you can see, it doesn't work. And if I go to Yahoo, not going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this, open this, going to double left click it, and then you will be prompted with this message. You can run this off a flash drive, which is basically this file here, run it off a flash drive. If I put this file on someone else's computer or email somebody or so forth, if they double click it on their side and go through the setup and install process of the profile like I'm going to go through now, then whenever they come near my home or in my home, they'll be, as long as they can connect near to our SSID airport, they'll be able to connect to our Wi-Fi automatically without them entering any information or so forth, or even to know what my password is. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. You can actually do the show profile if you want. Basically, it just says it's unverified. It's created by an Apple configurator. Received, it was on April 21st. Today is actually April 23rd. So received is basically the time that I exported the profile to my desktop. So the Wi-Fi network here, it says Chopwood Ghost, which I was just recently on. The details on here on the bottom is WPA2, it's Ghost, and it's auto join. So we can hide that. We really don't need to see that. Basically, the important part is just to make sure. Let me go to settings. Oops, actually, you know what? I gotta cancel this. As you can see in this system preferences, if you go through each icon, there is not an icon here with a sprocket that actually shows or stating that it's a profile. So you're going to see right here where it says user or parental controls, this bar is going to extend by one more additional file. So we're going to go ahead and close this. We're going to open this up again. We're going to go ahead and hit continue. Give it a few moments, and then it's going to say, are you sure you want to install the profile? Again, you can select show details, and it'll actually show you a little bit more information. Sometimes not, because it can't be identified right now, which is fine. It's no problem because I know I created this. So I'm just going to hit install. Give it a second, and went ahead and installed it. So now if I turn on my Wi-Fi, it will actually connect to my wireless connection here at home. So, and this will apply to if you have an airport, if you have a Linksys router, if you have a Comcast router, AT&T DSL router. It doesn't really matter as long as it has the same SSID and the password that is configured on the device. That's what this is basically doing. But it's not inputting the password so it can be visible through keychains, and which I have another video that shows hidden SSID and password, which is not showing in the keychain. So I'll show you that in just in a quick moment. So basically here the profile is installed. I'm going to close this. I don't technically have to, but I'm just going to open from scratch. And as you can see, as user parental controls, app store, dictation, speech, here's one. It looks like a little sprocket, but without the rings on it, and it says profile. So I can click on this, and basically it says the Chopwood Wi-Fi profile. So again, you can add as many profiles as it is. So this one here is a mobile. This one here is Macs. This is one I use for my school educational system where I work as a sysadmin. And I created one for all the teachers and so that they do not have access to our encrypted password. So we can go ahead and double left click this. Same process. It's going to go to the continue process. So you go continue. It's going to ask you, are you sure you want to install it? So I'm going to install. And then here, are you sure you want to install this profile? And then it prompts you with this information because I filled in the blanks of the consent information, why this is, a description, etc. Whereas in my Chopwood, I didn't do any of that because it's pretty much home access. Since this is school access or enterprise access, I wanted the individual to know that, hey, I'm installing this and these are the reasons why. And then if they wanted to remove it, which it states here, removal of this profile will delete access to the internet and network at CISS charter schools. So related to our other charter schools that we cover, if they remove this profile from their Mac, then they would not be able to connect to our network until this is reinstalled. And currently, the only process to have this reinstalled is by a system admin. So we're going to go ahead and click install. It's going to be a little bit here. It's been tightening up probably. Come on. There you go. So it gone ahead and installed it. So the Civitas Wi-Fi -max is just the name of the file that was created. It says here Civitas Wi-Fi max and then .mobile config. So just the name of the file. Just like this is Chopwood Wi-Fi. Okay. So now when I actually enter in the school tomorrow, when I attend to my school where I work, it would automatically connect to the Wi-Fi through the school Wi-Fi that is configured here with the password with no issues, and I'm on the fly again. Now, okay, so these profiles are created. We go back here to System Preferences. You see the profiles. These are the two profiles. If you wanted to get more in depth about the profile, you can double left click it. You can right click it. If you wanted to see what there's more information, it's not going to really tell you because everything is actually, it's like a package file, which everything is actually enclosed and it's sealed. So you're not going to be able to really open it up and see what's in there. So we're going to go ahead and close this. I'm going to go ahead and open up my Keychain Access. And then when this is open up, we're going to look for these two profiles, which I just recently installed on this computer. And I am the system admin, as I will show you just to re-verify users and groups. Here it is. My name is Dan Fernandez. Here's my admin. I'm managed and I'm mobile. So I'm an admin on this computer. So that means with Keychain Access, normally you need the admin access to open up any of these files. As you can see, There is an SSID in here for visit iOSGenius.com. That is another SSID that I have at a different site, but you do not see the SSIDs for here, which is this one here is the network is Chopwood Ghost, and this one here is Wi-Fi, which is called Civitas Wi-Fi, and that is not anywhere listed in my local items. So this is basically a way that where if someone says, oh, well, you know, I can retrieve the password from my keychain, and they'll go in here pretending to be like if it was this one, but it's not because it's not showing up. If it did show up in the keychain access, they can easily, as many of you may or may not know, that you can easily go to your local items in your keychain access, and here's the SSID for one of my locations. You can actually hit password. If you know the admin password, or if you are an admin for that computer, and you put in your admin password, and it would actually show you what the password is, iOSGenius. And this is an issue that if locations were jeopardized with their wireless password, someone can just copy this, write this down, and say, hey, let's give everyone this password, and everyone's on our network. So, you know, depending on how many available IPs address you have, what depending on your internet bandwidth is. If you have a lot, great. But if you don't have a lot and you have 50, 80 people connected to your network, it's going to slow it down a lot. So we're going to go ahead and close this. This SSID is for a different site, so I'm not going to really delete it. But you cannot see the other SSIDs, which is here. This one is Civitas Wi-Fi with a C, CIVI, and you can look here. Here's a CIVI, but that's actually going to a website. So, you know, so like all these other ones are websites. So we'll just revalidate. So this one is a Gmail email. So if I wanted to open this up as a web form, it's a login to my Gmail account, and I can do show password, enter my password, and then with this Apple ID, which I use to log in, it would actually show my login password for that account, which I'm not going to go ahead and open it because other people would be amazed, or however the case may be, for that account. So this is basically the process of installing. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the Wi-Fi, and then it should automatically connect to my network, which is called this one, Chopwood Wi-Fi. Normally I do not do it through this process because I use my keychain through my iCloud devices, and since if I removed it from my keychain and my MacBook, it's going to actually remove it from all my other devices. So that's going to be happening. So if I look at my cell phone, let's see if I'm still connected. Yeah, I'm actually still connected, and it could very well be because I'm using the I've used it manually first, so it may take some time to replicate and delete off my phone. But anyways, this is how to install our profile. Never have to worry about the unverified stuff. That's because it's if it was created by Apple, and then it would say verified, you know, so forth. But since I created it using an Apple product, that's why I would say unverified. So as you can see, right now I'm up here at the corner, and I have all full bars. So I'm just going to go ahead and close this. I'm going to go ahead and open Safari here, and we're going to go to, we'll just say ESPN. And then as you can see, that loads up. Okay, we're just going to do a speed test. And I'm already paying for the best internet that I can obtain for residential. 30 milliseconds for ping, that's kind of high. I would rather get a little lower. But as you can see, my download is like 55, 56. And actually, I'm paying Comcast for blast, and that is 50 megabits per second. So, okay, so other than that, that's it. So in case you have come across my video from YouTube or any other resource site, if you just visit youtube.com, actually here it's taking a while because it's still running this thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to close that, or stop that. We're going to go here, and then we're going to go to, what is it, youtube.com. And then from youtube.com, you want to go here and look up for Apple iOS Genius, which is who I am. and you want to select Buy iOSGenius, and when you do that, then you'll be able to see all the information of my recent uploads, which I just uploaded a few minutes ago. And if selecting videos, you'll be able to see all the videos that I've created, which I have more than here, but you have to actually keep clicking more and more, and then whatever, more and more. So hopefully you enjoyed my video. If you had any questions or concerns, or really questions based on concerns of the tutorial video, so feel free to reach out, subscribe, so then I can get a notification that you've left me a question, and I'll be glad to answer it, or do additional videos if you requested something, and see if I can be able to do it for you, and so you can obtain the updates. Thanks, and have a good night.